Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. जय जय श्री गांधर के गिरिधर चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्वविघ्ननाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पैत पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की पैत पावन गुरु महाराज की जय गौर प्रेमानंदी की बोल। Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all. And today it is Bhagavad Gita chapter 17, the division of faith. So here we see from three modes how to go beyond the three modes, as Krishna also suggests to Arjuna, Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. Try to overcome these three modes, try to come beyond these three modes. So let us see each and every field of our life or activity. So how to come beyond this three modes we'll be seeing in this chapter. And it is something like continuation from the 16th chapter. In 16th chapter, in the end, Krishna says that whoever not follows me or the Vedas or Bhagavad Gita, they are demons. Now, Arjuna, out of compassion, he asks question, what happens to them who whimsically do their activities not following this Bhagavad Gita? What would happen to them? So the answer is this chapter. Okay, now let us start with prayers to understand all these topics better. Yes. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshta Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitikapataya Gaurapataka Mataya Nagaragram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Bangam Langayate Grimat Kripatava Shri Gurum Dinatharanam Paramanandam Madhavam Chaitanya Vishwar. So as usual, we'll start by showing our gratitude and respects and obeisances and thanks to His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So in yesterday's chapter, Daivasura Sampada Yoga, the difference between a demon and a divine we saw. The qualities of a divine person and the qualities of a demon. 26 qualities of a divine person. So what all we should develop within us, all the qualities we read. And the demons, the 6 qualities that they have. Okay. And other aspects, so how do they deal? So even for everything, there is 3 ways of developing. There is from the birth it starts. Birth, the nature, and the practice. Some might have been missed out. 1, some 2, or some even 3, because when they don't come to the sessions, they don't even practice. They don't know how to practice also. So it is A, B, C, D protects us. A is association of devotees. It is very, very rare. You don't get anywhere. Even in family, you don't get it. Outside the family also, in the community, nowhere. It is very rare. Krishna says, Manushyanam sahasreshu kasyadetati siddhaye. Out of millions and millions, only some come to their perfection of their life. That is to take up this transcendental path. It is very few. So we have to search out for the association. Not that wherever you are, you being there. You know, association is more important. It influences us. Clear? Yes. Then B, book reading. What kind of books should I read? And it should be authentic, even spiritual books. It should be authentic books. It should come from the parampara. It has to be written by a devotee who can understand absolutely absolute truth you can understand. So the books really shows a great impact on us. Buying any books, any author, fine. No, it influences. Clear? And C, chanting, regularly taking the shelter of the holy names of the Lord. And D, it's diet and deity worship every day, doing some arti, doing some ankar to the Lord, something, some service to the Lord. And what do we eat? The diet should be prasada. Clear? Yes. And the demons, same way. They also develop their own qualities, beliefs, attitude, characteristics, and qualities. Finally, we saw the removal of demonic qualities and three gates of hell. That is kama, krodha, lobha, lust, anger, and greed. How to overcome them? Choice is ours. Choice is ours. Whether should we act whimsically or should we go on the orders or the instructions of Srila Prabhupada also we can say Guru or Krishna, because whatever Guru says, it's nothing other than the Lord's instructions. Clear? And today we will be seeing faith, austerities, charity, most important thing, and enjoyer of everything. So let us start with a small story. As I said, from the Jnana Yoga part, I'll be saying one devotee story where one quality will be said here so that you can learn something. So from the very beginning, we started with compassion, Shravanam, and many things, one quality. And today we'll see something like forgiveness. And yesterday also there was a question, how can we forgive? But today we'll see forgiveness. So devotees have the nature of forgiving. So you know this, the disciple of Ramanujacharya, Kureshi. So he was a great devotee, Kurat Alvar. Clear? So he was Kurat Alvar now, and what is happening? Everywhere they are preaching Krishna consciousness to everyone. That is in Sri Parampara. And there was a king by name Kulatungar. So he was a Shaivite. Shaivite in the sense he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. And see, what is the difference between the devotee of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who follows the scriptures, who follows the spiritual master, who is very authentic, he becomes the devotee of Vishnu. But Shiva, you think that because who wants to be whimsically, who want to be great, not good, who want to be great rather than good, then they take up the shelter of Shiva, because very mercifully he gives much. And this person, he was thinking that Shiva is so supreme. He wants to preach to the whole world that Shiva is supreme and Shiva is ultimate. So he started changing everyone forcibly. And sorry to say, you can see all the demons, they're all devotees of Lord Shiva, isn't it? And they have been shown or any kind of boon to them. So here, mostly demons take the shelter of Lord Shiva so that they'll never consider anything. He'll give the mercy. But Lord Vishnu, never that can happen. So they'll never take shelter of the Lord. Even ourselves, we never will take shelter of Krishna because we have selfish needs, we have our desires. So we take shelter of other devatas. So, but Krishna says, Akama sarvakama o mokshakama udaradi tivrena bhakti yogena etam purusham param. So it's very clear. When you take up Krishna consciousness, even if you have desires, fine, but it will be fulfilled only for our benefits. You cannot expect more than that. Okay, that's other topic. Now let us come to the story. Here, Kulatungari was forcibly converting everyone to Shaivites. And now, one person came by name Chaturgram, who was a disciple of this Kuratalvar. He came and said, King, what are you doing? Because he wants to need the name and fame or recognition of the king. So he said, what are you doing? You're trying to convert small, chota, chota. This Vaishnavas, nothing is going to happen. Rather, you can convert one person, and hundreds and thousands of people will get converted. Vaishnavas will convert to Shaivits. Who's that? Ramanujacharya. He's a guru of many thousands of disciples. He's having. Then he sent his army to bring this thing. What is that? Kuratalwar and Ramanujacharya. The news earlier it came to Kuratalwar. Then forcefully he sent Ramanujacharya from there, and he enacted himself as Ramanujacharya, and Ramanujacharya's spiritual master, Mahapurna, he played the role of Kuratalvar. Both were disguised as Ramanujacharya and Kuratalvar. And Ramanuja was sent to Melkote. Today you can see Melkote. See, and one more thing here, once a devotee enters a place, even if it's an ordinary place, that transforms to be a dham, pilgrimage place. Do you know this Melkote is so famous because Ram, it is because of Ramanujacharya. He created the dham. That is the greatness of devotees. Any place where there is no devotees, it cannot be a dham. It cannot be a pilgrimage place. Clear. Now this army, they came, they took this Kuratalvar along with them, stating that he is Ramanujacharya, and there forcibly, Kulatungar was forcing him to accept that Shiva is. He said, no, I cannot. I cannot go against the scriptures. So what ultimately scriptures say, I have to follow that. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate. Krishna is very clear, and even the scriptures say, Techam sakalapam Krishnasta Bhagavan Swayam. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Nadi Radhir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. So many scriptures are saying there is a why should I go against the scriptures? I cannot accept. And forcibly was asking to do, he did not do that. It's a big incidents happened there. And finally, he burnt his two eyes, he made him blind. Raman, it is Kuratalvar and Mahapurna. Then both were thrown into forest so that some animal should attack them in it. But they were protected by the Lord. Somehow Mahapurna left his body in the forest, and he gave a good message to everyone that I want to say to everyone that anywhere a devotee gives up his body, he'll go to Vaikuntha. Not that only in the Dham. Sometimes we think at the end age, end life, we have to stay somewhere in the Dham so that we'll go back to God. No, just become a devotee. Wherever you leave your body, you'll go back to God. Then finally, Kuratalvar, he did all that samskara, and then he went back. Somehow, Lord showed the guy this thing path to him, and he went back to the place. It was Varadacharya, Varadaraj Perumal. You know that? It is once in 40 years, something they take it out. So Varadaraj Perumal, there he went and he started worshipping. And every day, now he's blind. He started singing songs. And the songs were so pleasing and so wonderful it was. Lord was getting very much pleased by his songs. And Lord also is, even Lord is struggling that my devotee is blind. So he wants to give him the eyesight. So he will come in before him and he'll ask, my dear devotee, what the boon you need. I'm willing to give some boon to you. Please ask whatever you need. And what did he ask? First thing he asked, my disciple, Chaturgram, he has to be liberated. Please forgive him and liberate him. This is the person, because of him, today is blind, because he gave the message to Kurutungar and they attacked Ramanujacharya and Kuratalvar. And today is blind because of this person, and is forgiving him completely and asking that you have to forgive him and give liberation. One more thing, devotees give forgive, but Lord never forgives who offend his devotees. In Padma Puran, Krishna says, a person who offends me millions of times and offers one lotus flower at my lotus feet, I will liberate him, I will forgive him. But a person who only once offends my devotee, and even millions of lotus flowers he offers to my feet, I'll never, never, ever forgive him. You saw that story of Amrish Maharaj, where Durvasa Muni was sent back to his devotee. He never Lord forgives. So Kuratalvar very well, he knows this. So he requested the Lord to please forgive my disciple Chaturtra. Okay, the next day, once again he was singing, and once again the Lord came. At least today, please ask what you need. And now he's asking the king Kulatungar, such a, what I can say, cruel person who burnt his eyes. He's saying, and now what has happened to that king, Now he's getting some different disease, I think. Whole body is with full of wounds, and that wound is breaking, and worms are coming out of that wound. Is struggling like anything. So he is requesting the Lord, please see that he gets cured and he is also liberated. Okay, Lord wants to give the eyesight, but this person is asking different things. Okay, Lord says, okay, whatever your wish will be fulfilled. And this message goes to Ramanujacharya. He becomes very angry. He comes to Puratalvar and starts chastising. What do you think of yourself? How dare that you are asking something for others rather than for you? Your body belongs to me. So you want to serve me and still you are blind. Lord is wanting to give you the eyesight and you're not asking it. And he says, tomorrow if Lord comes, you have to ask for the eyesight. And he was so happy, Kurathalwar, because my spiritual master has accepted me as his. And this body belongs to my guru, my spiritual master. He was so happy. So the next day also he was singing and the Lord came. Then he said, I don't have any need. I don't have any desires also, but that is the order of my spiritual master. I need to ask my eyesight. But please give me the divine vision where I'll be able to see my spiritual master and Supreme Lord Himself. So he had a divine vision also. Then Lord massively gave that vision. So what we see in the story, so forgiveness. So much harm they do to the devotees, but still they forgive. And if you don't forgive, you cannot become a devotee. You cannot win the heart of the Lord. You cannot win the heart, Lord. Having this compassion only you can win. The forgive whoever is in our life, they all commit mistakes, but try to forgive them. I don't know whether you are pleasing them or what, but definitely you are pleasing the Supreme Lord by giving forgiveness. Clear? Yes, that is the message of today's story. And now, the FACE, FACE is the acronym, and faith, austerities, charity, and enjoyer of everything. I can see in this first verse where Arjuna is asking Krishna, Arjuna Uvacha, Ye Shastra Vidim Mutsrijya Yajante Shraddhayanvitaha Tesham Nishtatu Ka Krishna Sattvam Aho Rajastamaha. Arjuna inquired, Oh Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scriptures? Scriptures is very clear, it is Bhagavad Gita only. No need to think about Vedas, there's nothing, because Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedas, very clear. So if we don't follow Bhagavad Gita, what would happen to that person? But worship according to their own imaginations. That is what we were all doing before. Before coming to Krishna consciousness, that is what we were all doing. Whimsically. Every Saturday, one kind of festival, every Tuesday, one. So, Maunavrata on Tuesday, then fasting on Saturday, something all we used to do, isn't it? Yes, whimsically. Oh, this will become good to me. That will become good to me. All selfish things. This everything should come to me. The whole world. That is the character of demons also. Demons also do great tapasya. You can see Ravanasura, this Hiranyakashipu, for thousands of years they used to do this meditation, austerity life. What for? To become a greater demon. That is what we were all doing great pujas, that, this, everything. No changes in our attitude or our qualities. Only thing I should become great. A person who thinks to become great is a demon. A person who thinks to become good is divine. Small change in that, that's it. Clear? Yes. Are they in goodness, in passion, or in ignorance? Which mode do they come? And no, Krishna says, Krishna's replying, if one does not follow the Vedas, one will follow the natural instincts, which will be in goodness, passion, or ignorance. We all belong to one kind of guna. Everyone have, especially we all have tamoguna and rajaguna. So whichever mode we are, the same thing we start developing. More into that mode. If we are in tamoguna, that is ignorance, we go more into ignorance. Very simple. Just understand. A person who starts boozing, first thing it will be one peg. After a few days, it will start to big, then big, big, big. It keeps on going. One day, he's completely boozing and is without his conscious, is falling somewhere on the streets and he's going more into ignorance. And even this Rajaguna is nothing but acquiring many things. You can see today world. First, what do we need? We think, let me have one house. I am in a rented house. Let me have one house. Once you get the house, you have more greed towards it. You need two houses so that I can rent one. You have to, then you'll think, let me have one apartment. You have an apartment, let me have one layout. You have one layout, then you start acquiring the whole country also. Today you can see politicians, they have thousands of acres. Some have thousands and lakhs of acres also in their name. There, they are really nothing. What are they doing? Greed. You cannot even understand how much do I need, where should I keep a full stop for that? Because if you don't become devotees, you cannot understand this. You can never ever think, where is my position? Where should I stop now? So devotees definitely they have that. You can come among the devotee community, you can see that. Especially you can see me also. So I had a shop in flower, that is flower mandi in city market. Once I came to Krishna consciousness, I felt yes, sufficiently I can lead my livelihood without having much endeavor. Yes, I made that as partnership and gave something. Some dealings are there where it comes regularly. That's sufficient for my living. Let me engage 24 bar 7 in Krishna service. So what will I do having more of wealth? Where will I go? What can I do? Only three times eating. Now only I eat only two times also. Then that is also reduced. So just see, a devotee thinks, yes, sufficient. But a non-devotee, you don't know because he's lack of knowledge, he's in ignorance. He thinks more if I collect more, he'll become rich. And this also comes under punya only. Whatever acquired in the previous life, the punya, only that much I can get. The same to everyone also. You cannot, even you work like donkey from morning to day, to anything you do, you cannot earn more also. It will not stay with you. Clear? Yes. A devotee only can understand how all the creation, all the rules and regulations, all this, everything works. Clear? And you can see these three brothers, same family, same father, same mother, same all, but three in three different modes. Vishwa was their father, Kaikasi was their mother, all three sons. Who's this? I hope you all know. Seeing the head itself, you shouldn't recognize a thing. It is Ravana, Vibhishana, and Kumbhakarna. And Kumbhakarna is in Tamoguna, in the mode of ignorance. What is happening? This is what we do. Eat, he eats completely. The full tummy, you can see his tummy, how is it? And he sleeps for 6 months. Sleeps for 6 months. So we also sleep for 12 hours, sometimes more than that also. This is all tamoguna. Always lazy, nothing he does. He goes completely in tamoguna. Clear? Yes. And their life, no need to even think about spirituality. Materially, they cannot think. So they're completely out of this consciousness of the present life. So this is the nature of a person who is in tamoguna. And rajaguna, something like Ravana. He did not had any limit. He wants to acquire everything, the whole world, then the three worlds also. Clear? He ruled all the three worlds. That was Ravana. And even they do great austerities. So once what happened, see, there is no satisfaction. Now we have, for example, somebody who wants to go to temple. Some rich person thinks, let me construct a temple. Other person will think, let me have house, within my house only one temple. Isn't it? They want to even acquire the Lord also. Not only the world, material, even the Lord. And what happened in Ravana's this thing, his mother asked, I want to do, they were devotees of Lord Shiva. I want to do Arti or worship Lord Shiva by installing Atmalinga. That is the character of a demon. Atmalinga, yeah, they have installed in their kingdom and worship. And she asked Ravana. Ravana is a greater demon than her. He went there. He did great tapasya. He already had many boons and he had this 10 head also. And Lord Shiva was not at all pleased. He was not coming. See, they forcibly asked him for giving the boon. He did not come. Finally, what he did? He had this Agni Kunda. He started cutting his one head, offering to Lord Shiva, sacrificing one head and meditating on him. He did not come. Then what he did? He took out his intestine from the stomach. He composed one music. The name of the music, you know what is it? Shankarabharanam. You know that Shankarabharanam? Yes, it was composed by Ravana. So he wants to please some or the crooked way or cruel way, however, he wants to please. We'll think, oh, what a great personality was Ravana. He sacrificed this, he did. The demons do more than us. Even we are demons, so he'll think that attracts to us. Okay, finally, Lord Shiva came. He came with Parvati Devi. Okay, he was pleased. What to do now? Forcibly, he has to give. He came. What for he is doing all this tapasya, all everything? Take Atmaling. But he forgot that. As soon as he saw a beautiful lady, he sensed enjoyment. He forgot. Who was that? Mother Parvati, next to Lord Shiva. He completely forgot what to ask. Then he asked, who is she? Then Lord Shiva said, she is my wife, Parvati. Who is it? Yes, yes, dear, my dear son, what the boon you need? He said, I need your wife. He says that this is the nature of demons. They don't have only sense gratification. They don't have any relation of mother, daughter. This nothing. Then finally, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is very, very, what I can say, compassionate. He is the form of Karuna, something can say. Anything you ask, he will give you. That is why demons are always the worship Lord Shiva. He asked for wife, okay, take. He sent his wife also. It's a big story. Finally, somehow he got attacked to Mandodari. He thought Mandodari as Parvati and he took her. Something all happened. This is the quality of demons. So you can see all having in the same family. Then Vibhishana was in Sattva. So he was inside Lanka and he had not had any association also, all surrounded by demons, same like our situations. We are completely surrounded by demons, isn't it? Simply, demon means who never accept Lord as supreme and they don't surrender unto him. Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharan. Even we are also in the same level, but somewhere we are now understanding, trying to come out of it. So he did not had good association. So what did he do? In his room, he started writing Ram name, Ram, Ram, Ram. All the walls he started writing everything because he needs association of the Lord. So outside nowhere he can get that. Then this message went to Ravana. Your brother is worshipping your enemy, Lord Ramachandra. Oh, then he came. You can see the sword in his hand. He came to somehow to kill this his brother. Demons don't have any relationship. He came to kill his brother. Seeing and he came inside, he was more angry on this brother, seeing all the walls in the name of Ram. And devotees are always clever. The intelligence has been given by the Supreme Lord. So always they are clever. And Krishna knows what time, what knowledge has to be given. And he was very angry. He said, how dare being within my shelter and you're worshipping my enemy? Then Vibhishan said, no, I'm worshipping yourself. You are my brother. I'm worshipping. What? Worshipping me? You can see that I can see easily that name of Ram there you are written there. Says, no. Rama means what? It is Ra for Ravana, Ma for Mandodari. Both couples I'm worshipping. That is you are my God and God. And he was so pleased hearing this. Is it? Arre, what a foolish person. I thought in every friend, sorry. Every day you chant the names of Ram and you worship not Ram. In this way, he gave left and went. And see, the same Vibhishana, when he got opportunity, he completely gave up his brother and he went to Lord Ramachandra's shelter. But many will be thinking that, Hare, Vibhishana said a lie here. Being a devotee, how could he say a lie? So that's why in the previous classes, I think yesterday only, we discussed about the truthfulness. Clear what is truthfulness. So what is lie? We should know all this knowledge. Sometimes we get bewildered by seeing some devotees also. Hare, what devotees are there? They're saying lies. Never they'll say lie. It is completely truth. It will be. Only thing I am not in a position to understand whether it's a lie or truth. So sometimes he start blaming even the Supreme Lord also. Lord, he steals butter. He tells a lie. He cheats. He does this Rasalila. So many things we think. You cannot accept the Lord so easily. Till then, you don't become a devotee. Because we are in a platform where we cannot understand. Because our consciousness completely material. We think everything in a material knowledge or intelligence. That's it. Clear? Okay, let us go further. Now we can see here one more thing hats here. That is goodness, passion, ignorance, and Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. What is this Shuddha Sattva? It's pure goodness which is transcendental to all this material modes. Clear? And now today we'll see how to come to this Suddha Sattva in worship, our faith, food, sacrifice, conduct, speech, and mind control. Now Krishna is saying, Yajante satvika devan yaksha rakshasim rajasaha pretan bhuta ganam chanye yajante tamasa janaha. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. So people who are in Satuguna, they worship devatas. Nothing wrong because they understand they are superior to us. They are the what I can say living entities who are protecting us, giving or fulfilling the needs. The sun god, he gives the light and he gives many things, and the moon god, and Indra, who gives the rain, and Agni, without the mercy of Agni, nothing burns. Varuna, so many things. And in our body, all the 33 growth, Devatas, mercy is there. That's why in the nerves, there is a blood circulation. That is the mercy of Varuna. And Agni, that is why we can digest. That is the mercy of Agni. So each and every demigod is there in our body itself. Because of their mercy, we are living. So they worship the Devatas. Nothing wrong in it. Then you all think, what should we do now? Should we worship Krishna or Devatas? Worshipping Krishna is Shuddha Sattva. Clear? Shuddha Sattva, you come, you worship Krishna. But in Sattva you worship Devatas. Nothing wrong. Okay, then those in the mode of passion worship the demons. Yesterday we saw who is a demon. Who's a demon? Who sees this body as complete, himself as a soul. Is a demon. You can see some people worshipping the human beings. That means they are worshipping demons. You can see this in Tamil Nadu and some, not Tamil Nadu, everywhere we can see this. So, worshipping some politicians also, worshipping some film actors also. You know that there is a temple for Rajnikant, Ushbu, and I heard there's a temple for Tendulkar also. Now, even for Dhoni, they have a temple. I don't know. I've heard about it. So, having temples and worshipping. And you can see, I've personally gone to some Tamil Nadu because I have seen, so I say the name of Tamil Nadu. I had a business, so I used to go there and see. In their houses, they'll have a big photo of a politician. Oh, he is my lord. Why, Baba? He is the person who gave this house. He is the person who gave something, TV, something all they give, and this is the person who has given. So he is my lord. They couldn't understand. We all very well know who is a politician. Definitely is a demon. No doubt in it. How can he be the Lord? So because they are in that ignorance, so he thinks and he worships demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. But who are in tamoguna, in the mode of ignorance, they worship whom? Ghosts and spirits. You know this black magic? Shudra puja they do. Go into the graveyard in the night and do some worship. All they do it. They do something. They have their own kind of rules and regulations how to do it. They do in that way. This is all in tamoguna. And if somebody is taking shelter of black magic, so dangerous. If it is not possible, sometimes you think to do something for a devotee who is beyond that consciousness. And if that ghost is not able to go and attack them or fulfill it, it will come back to us. It will come back to us and hit. Black magic, it is not only one direction, it has both the directions. If we fail and then anything happens in our life, that's it. And it is 100 times more powerful than, because that is what I can say. It doesn't full. It is something they acquire this ghost and they do this worship, and finally, if it is not able to do that job, no, it is a sin or it cannot complete its life. Something it is there, I think. So it will come more forcefully or powerfully, and it will attack on the same person whom it gets sent. Clear. So we should know if you're not a devotee, definitely will be somewhere in this three. And then food in modes. Now we can see food in modes. In three modes, how do we take the food? You can see in this picture also the fruits and the spicy thing and non-veg and many things here. See, I've given this three verse. Krishna is guiding us in all the way. Now he says, in Sattuguna, what should we eat? Not only vegetables. Don't think only vegetables is Sattuguna. He's giving so much of knowledge here. Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increase the duration of life. In those days, you can see they were easily living for 100, 120 years, 150 years because they were eating food which is in goodness. Forget about prasadam. They were, if it not prasadam also, at least it was in goodness. So you think, for example, see, purity, one's existence and give strength, one's purity. By eating Satuguna food, you transform yourself purity, then the strength. But nowadays, what has happened? Somebody faints and you take him to the hospital. Doctor, please check what has happened. Oh, you have faint. That means you are very weak. From tomorrow, every day you have to eat one egg. Weekly once you have to eat mutton, chicken, and fish. All this. Otherwise, you will fall down. You will faint. For example, the most powerful or strengthiest animal is elephant. What does elephant eat? Any non-veg it eats? No, isn't it? So strength is in Satoguna items, not in Tamoguna item. It's very clear. Krishna is saying it's very clear. Yeah, this is our foolishness, or they brainwash us. I don't know what for they do, but they want to make us all demons. They want to make us all demons because they are demons. So by taking non-veg or something like this, never you can get the strength. By taking Satoguna, we will have the strength and the health also, and the happiness and satisfaction. All is the qualities of taking the Satoguna items. Then such foods are juicy. That is, it is fresh. Not that you buy some vegetables, keep in the fridge for 1 week and eat. No. Or even prepare some food and keep for morning you prepare, afternoon you eat the same thing, evening you eat, and if something is remaining for the next day also you eat the same thing. No, it should be fresh. Taja, this it should be very much fresh. On those days, they used to have a small farmland of their own in their house. Backside, when I go to my village, just like this, they used to prepare food. They do ragi ball, and that is also very easily. And those days, house was with good family member. It was something around 12 members, 20 members in one family, and ladies will be around 4, 5. Just soon as we enter the house, we don't those days no information. Also, we enter just in half an hour they'll prepare the food, and backside there is some vegetables and leaves. They just pluck there from outside and just this what I can say soppu saru, that is leaf sambar they do. Get that leaves and put some little bit of tamarind and salt. They just have hand grinder in hand. They grind in the sense they do no ray. They'll say something. I don't know English. How could I say those things? And that they do, and little bit of that, and one pickle and one mudde. It will be so tasty. And they do rasam. Amazing it will be. Today, all the garbage things is in our plate now. So many sambar, so many masala, so many things. But only thing that there is no taste in it. Rest all is there. In those days, nothing they had. It was wonderfully tasty because it was fresh and clear. Then fatty. This fatty. I can say 1 hour class on this fatty items. Today, what kind of food we eat or the oil? Refined oil. What it happens? Refined oil is poisonous. Every day we use it, and it actually creates cholesterol within us, and there is a heart attack. So many deaths on heart attack because we take this refined oil. Actually, oil, it's good. It is satoguna. Oil should have that stinchy, sticking thing and the smell. When the refined oil, they both take. So what happens? It transforms to cholesterol. But when you eat the oil, it transforms to fat. It transforms to fat, extra food, whichever you take. What happens? For example, somewhere you are lost, somewhere in a forest, somewhere in a desert you are now. Even for 1 month, you don't get food. The body uses this fat for our strength. Even for 1 month, you'll be strengthy enough to come back because that fat which is in our body gives the strength. It melts and it gives the strength. But if you take refined oil, it gives heart attack. Clear? See, this is science. Krishna is giving millions of years back. This he gave for the sun god. Now he gave 5,000 years back to Arjuna also. Then wholesome and pleasing to the heart. Says it's pleasing to the heart because heart attack means it is struggling by eating our food style. What is happening? Every day the heart is crying because it cannot pump. But having the Satoguna food, it's very happily pumps, and we also will be very enthusiastic in our life, just by taking this sattvic food. Now, what to speak about Rajasic foods that are too bitter, too salty, hot, pungent, dry, burning, or dry. Due to those in the mode of passion, such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. Today, we are all diseased because we eat too much of salt, too much of what I can say, hot, pungent, sour, all those things, isn't it? As I showed in this picture also, you can see this. What is that? Gobi Manchuria or some paneer Manchurian. Having more, it is red. We like very much red. It should be. Gobi also. The Manchurian is red, red. And sometimes eating also, no, you'll feel like crying. It'll be so hot. So even tears come out of our eyes. But still, we say, oh, it is very good. We eat that. Definitely will get disease. And our life is miserable, this stress, all this by taking a Rajasic food. And what about what to speak then Tamasic? Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. That is all in Tamaguna. Now, in how many houses we freshly eat? Every house, 3 times they eat. In those days, I'm saying 3 times they used to prepare. But nowadays, once you prepare, that is itself is a big thing. Yes, they are struggling, I know, because our family is very small. In those days, there were easily 4 to 5 members in the house. One will do the cleaning part, one will do the vessel washing, one will be cooking. They did not have big struggle in it. But today, everything we have to do, and there is some maid servants also. Even then, we are not able to prepare 3 times a day. Clear? See, without being a devotee, what all we have to struggle in our life. Once being in a joint family will happen only when Krishna is in the center. Not me personally sitting in the center. No joint family can happen. Clear? Yes. Food that is tasteless, definitely it cannot be taste. You think anything? Once again, I'll come to non-veg. You think anything non-veg gives the taste? Eat like that only without using any masala or any cooking. Gives any taste? As it is a decomposed, it is a dead body. How can it give taste? No. Okay. Decomposed and putrid and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness. And simple things I'll say. You go to some fish market. What happens? You cannot even, the things you cannot even smell that. You close your nose, go to that market, purchase the fish, you get that, prepare, and you eat. A person who is not ignorant, how can you do this? Isn't it? You cannot even see the smell of that product. How can you eat that? This is called ignorance. Clear? Any market which is non-veg, let it be chicken or one shop, go to a market, you'll see the smell, strange, it cannot be there. But people come there, buy that, and they eat. This is because of their ignorance. Definitely their life cannot be in happiness. Clear? Let it be their results, or it is the present life or the future life, nothing can be happy. Clear. The same thing is in the chat: goodness, passion, and ignorance. The wholesome, juicy, pleasing. This is bitter, hot, pungent, burning. This is tasteless, deep. The result also is being given. Here, Satoguna gives long life. This is short life, a distressed life. And this is infection, disease, contaminating, early death. Very quickly you will die by having this Tamoguna food. Many will say, no, taking this non-veg will live long. That is why nowadays we die at the age of 50, 60 something. In those days, easily they used to live for 100 years. See, this is called science. Krishna has given long, long back. This is how you have to live. Once you don't accept Bhagavad Gita, we spoil our life by our own choices. Clear? Yes. Now we can see how it transformed to Sattva Guna. Shuddha Sattva, not Sattva Guna, Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. See this plate? When the same Sattva Guna item is being offered to the Lord, it is transformed to Shuddha Sattva. You can see the tulsi on all the items. What is not there in this plate? You say puri, chapati, then carrot halwa, rice, rasam, sabji, vegetable sabji, paneer sabji, so many things. Isn't it clear? So not that Lord should eat only sweet. Nowadays, now I think, now I started from the 9th chapter. Now they cannot do anything, so they do kesriva, something sweet they'll be offering. Why only sweet? Why not a plate of this kind of a plate in your house also? Let the Lord be pleased. Definitely, even we'll be pleased. Isn't it? So every day, at least there should be 4 items, 5 items. You have to prepare an offer to the Lord. Now, many Matajis will be crying hearing this. Are Baba, now itself we can't prepare one item, 2 items. You are asking 4, 5. My Prabhuji hears this, then he once again will give trouble. Prepare more items for Krishna, they'll say, so that they can eat well. But definitely, family also will be happy and Krishna also will be happy. Yeah. But it should be Sutta Sattva. Sorry. Next, we can go to sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice here? Krishna is saying. Vidhihinam ashrushtanam mantrahinam adakshinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasam parichakshate. Any sacrifice performed without regard for the directions of scriptures, without distribution of prasadam, spiritual food, without chanting the Vedic hymns and remunerations to the priests, and without faith in considered to be in the mode of ignorance. So you have to read this chapter. I cannot go in each and every item, but still somewhere I'll cover it. But if you read, it will be good enough. So you can see in goodness what is happening as per scriptures. A person who does this sacrifice as per scriptures, he has to follow certain rules and regulations. Then it becomes a perfect yajna, or else no. Clear. As a matter of duty, every grihastha should and must do this sacrificing. Actually, every day you have to do, okay, fine, at least yearly once. You have to invite all the devotees. You have to make a big arrangement of feast. You have to serve all the Vaishnavas. And you have to do this at least yearly once you have to do. Clear? And for no reward, without any expectation. That is the duty of a grihastha. Otherwise, never ever we will be grihasthas. We will become grihamedis. Always selfish, me and mine, being me in the center point. So being grihastha itself is a great sin. You know. Grihastha itself is a sin. Beyond that, we have become brahmedis. So definitely, somewhere Bhagavad Gita and Krishna will help us. We have to take this knowledge. Then passion for some material benefit for the sake of pride, only for material things, so that I'll get this out of this, doing this yajna, having some desires and doing yajna. This all comes under Rajaguna. Yajna is the same, but the consciousness is changing here. And for the sake of pride, so that I can show up to everyone that I'm doing the big yajna. Sometimes politicians do this very big, they do invite everyone and do. And you know, nowadays, marriages, how they do. No rules and regulations. Those days, you see, there's a perfect, it's called as Muhurta, seeing the names of both bride and bridegroom and their Janma Kundali, everything. They fix a time. This is a Murta, is a perfect thing. If they get one, they get married at this Murta, they'll stay together forever. It's very clear. But what is happening? We don't even bother for that. So we do this marriage. Sometimes the father is having some main chief guest because he's a great politician, he's some MLA friend. He has invited and he will come. So till then he comes, the marriage or the what Mangalya Dharana, it will never happen. He'll be waiting. Murtha will say, Pujari will say, Murtha, hey, be quiet. Even Murtha goes, oh, not a problem. My chief guest is more important. Okay, the MLA will come. Then some bad time or something, he will get married. Will that family be together? Or that MLA will come and protect them, give life to them. No, this is all foolishness, you know. So in this way, many yagnas and many marriages, marriage is also yagna, you know, and that is the topmost to a parent, especially for father. Kanyadan, Kanyadan is then only our life becomes perfection. So that we should have many things. I'm making many complicated things, but still, that is the truth. We should have a son and a daughter also. Without daughter, Grihastha ashram will not become complete. And without son, you cannot become complete. There should be a charity, and the Shrestha charity, great charity is Kanyadan. And you should have a son for what I can say, give that Pitru, this thing. So others we cannot liberate. So we need a son also, Omshodharaka, they say. So son also, daughter also, both. Okay, now next come to ignorance. It's conducted without direction of scriptures, whimsically doing something. Oh, we have come, it is a good day. We have holidays, especially these things. We have holidays, we'll do some such kind of programs. We don't see any time, whether it's a good time or time. Oh, Christmas holidays we'll do. Our children holiday will do. Something in holidays will conduct. So scriptural injunctions, nothing, no directions there. Distribution of prasadam. We don't even distribute prasadam. Actually, it has to be, it is said, certain kilometers, a radius of certain kilometers, everyone should be fed. Then only that yajna becomes complete. So we don't even invite. Sometimes even neighbors also we don't invite. And then how come that yajna will become complete? Then chanting the Vedic hymns. And this is also impossible. It should be a great Brahmana to do this. And nowadays we don't get any personality who is a Brahmana who knows correct mantras to be chanted. Actually, very basic thing, the Agni. Agni, they should have a specific wood is there. They have to get that wood and chant the mantras. When they chant the mantras of Agni Dev, he himself comes and burns the fire. Not that with the matchpacks you do it. So okay, then remuneration to the priest. Priest has to be remunerated in such a way where completely you give to him. That is the remuneration. You know, this Dasharatha, when he made this yajna, he gave everything to everyone. One direction to one pujari. There were four mantra priests. Like he gave one direction to everyone. Completely in the last, nothing was remaining. The what I can say, the jewelry which was on his body, he removed that and gave to the priests. That is how they give the remuneration. And they were all see those days was happening. Now, if you give such kind of thing, they are not first of all Brahmanas. So what they'll do, they'll carry everything. Even you give the house, they'll take and go away. So finally, I think Kashyapa Muni, everything. Then finally said, okay, on our behalf, you rule this kingdom. The whole earth was given back to Dasharath. And this, the remuneration has to be given. And there's a story in Lord Shiva also, as I said, he's very merciful and compassionate, all those things. You can see one more story also on this charity. We do this housewarming ceremony, you have to do, otherwise it cannot be a Gruhalaya. Because your Gruhalaya, what does it means? You are inviting the Supreme Lord. You can see some names there. It is said as Balaji Nilaya, Srinivasa Nilaya. That means it is the house of the Lord. But what we do, only for one day, only for the namesake we keep. So we are all demons, leave, forget about it. So Lord Shiva, he did not had any house. So he was in this graveyard because he is called as Bhutapati. He is the savior of the ghosts and all the. So Parvati says, now we are grihasthas after getting married. I need a house. Actually, she is Durga Devi. She is the creator or she is the controller of the whole material world. But without the order of husband, she will not do anything. So he will say, okay, fine. He'll give the order, fine. You can construct a house. So wonderful house was constructed. She was very happy now. Now they are doing the housewarming ceremony. Everything went on well. And then this remuneration part came to the priest. So Lord Shiva was so merciful. He gave so huge this thing to all the priests. But he forgot to give to the main priest. Everything gave, nothing is remaining now. Then the main priest, he came. My dear Lord Shiva, you gave to everyone, but nothing you gave to me. Please, can you give something? Now he's searching, nothing is there. He said, okay, you take this house. Housewarming ceremony. Take this house. He gave the house. Parvati, come, let us go. He took her once again back. This is Lord Shiva. He's very compassionate. He keeps on. So actually, home means or yajna means remuneration has to be given to the extent they get pleased. The purohits or priests should get pleased. But nowadays, it's not practical. Because how much ever you give, they'll not get pleased. And we also don't have any kind of this thing to give to them also. Both sides. Nowhere it is perfection. Then faith, having complete faith on this yajna, it fulfills the desire because you're pleasing the Supreme Lord. Actually, the yajna kund, it is the mouth of Lord Vishnu. Whatever you are offering, it everything goes to the Lord. Okay, let us see. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the best sacrifice. It is Shuddha Sattva. That's what Krishna says. Yajnanam Japa Yajñosmi. Chanting the holy names of the Lord is Yajna. That means every day we are doing Yajna in our house. Just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And this is also Shuddha Sattva beyond the three modes. Clear? And now, conducts in three modes. Goodness, respect, worship as a duty, passion, respect for selfish motives, desire for self-glorification, ignorance, it is self-torture to get power to destroy others. What kind of conduct do we have here? So, worshipping as a duty. So, we worship or respect others, elders. Every person should respect their parents. Every day they have to take their blessings, especially touching their legs. We have to give obeisances and take. This is how those days. And any elders come to the house, they request, please give obeisances to them, take blessings of them. They used to touch the feet and they do, isn't it? Nowadays, no bending. Everybody have back when they can even bend also. See how impractical or my words is here. So our lifestyle has become in such a way now. Okay. And in passion, respect for selfish motives. Sometimes you respect someone because you expect from them to give respect to you. I have seen this in our temple also. Many Matajis have said, they'll say Hare Krishna to everyone so that they should reply them with Hare Krishna. Sometimes they say and that person is involved in some work, he'll not hear. So he'll be doing that. We'll say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes, Mataji. Oh, Hare Krishna. Why? Because he did not reply. They expect that respect from them. They are not giving. So, what is the use me saying Hare Krishna? So, we forcefully take that. That is all selfish things. Okay, then ignorance, self torture. You can see this giving such kind of respect or doing something such kind of conduct. Nowadays they do this. What do you call that? Strikes. Some strike they do. No? What for they do this? That is destroying. They need some power for it to get power to destroy others. So they do some strikes, and sometimes you can see they even disturb the daily needs of the people also. They'll spoil even the milk. Milk has been poured in the streets on the strike, and they even destroy some pharmacy or medical stores or hospital. Something on why they do this or burn the this thing buses. Many things they trouble the people. They torture them so that they should get power. They should get, the government should accept certain conditions of them. This is all tamaguna. Many things. No time. I can give hundreds of examples and keep on going on this. Then speech. What kind of speech should we have? Goodness, truth, pleasing, and beneficial. It should be truth. You should understand what is truth. Truth means pleasing everyone, and it is beneficial for others. Clear? Then it is in sattva. Don't think that you say something truth so that it hurts others, and it cannot be truth also. Then passion, manipulative gossip as per their selfish needs. Manipulative. Many does this. Something you hear and you go to that person and say, you know that they were speaking like this on you. This person might have been saying something, but that person will manipulate that words and make enmity among themselves. This nature is all of passion in ignorance. And ignorance, lying, agitating, harming. Some people you should see, they open the mouth, it will be harming us. It will be agitating. What will happen next? What will come next in his mouth? That way it will be. Many people I see. So some person is coming, they'll take the deviation. They'll go, or that person is coming, let me go in other way. If he comes, then I cannot even tolerate his words. So never ever we should be in such way. So beneficial to others, pleasing to others. This is our, what I can say, devotees qualities I can say. This actually it is only Sattva Guna. Shuddha Sattva means speaking about the Supreme Lord. If somebody meets you, just in 5 minutes, if he talks to you, somewhere you have to connect him to Krishna. That is Shuddha Sattva. Somewhere you can say, I'm chanting like this. This past time, something happened. Something he will say, oh, is it? In Srimad Bhagavatam also speaks about this. There's a story of this. Somewhere you can connect that part to the Lord's pastimes. This is Shuddha Sattva speech. Clear? Okay. Now you can see charity. The most important thing charity is grihasthas especially should and must give charity. Goodness out of duty, no expectation, proper place and worthy person. A person who gives in goodness, he sees everything and accordingly. And that charity which we give, it has to give the results. It gives multiple results. So to whom you are giving in the right place, and right place is proper place. Why? For example, nowadays we go to some temples, we drop into the hundi. Yesterday, some devotee asked the question and I was answering to it. But today I'm saying it in this class. Just for example, you go to a temple and drop in the hundi, what happens? Where that money is going? It is going for the purpose of unrighteous things. It is going for adharma things. It has been utilized for breaking our religion, breaking our tradition, Vedic thing, everything. We are helping them. For example, Tirupati. Who's sitting there and where it goes? It is all used. And for many years, all 365 days service of the Lord has been fixed. There's so many donors. Everything that's been taken. And it will be given to donors only. Whatever we put in hundi, not even a single rupee will be utilized for the Lord's service. But you can see the big boards. All your offerings should be in hundi only in all the temples. No, never. Give to a person who is worthy enough, where that money will be utilized in the Lord's service. In temple you are going, you are willing to do something, give something, please put in that plate for pujari to take. Something giving for pujaris, he will utilize for his family. That's what I say also. Let him utilize. What's wrong in it? Let him utilize. Ultimately, it goes to the Lord. What he does, if he is eating something, yes, at least he utilizes that money to eat something. Okay, you're giving more money. He will eat one sweet extra. I showed that plate. He'll prepare two items. So because you are given money, it becomes three plates. But ultimately, is offering to the Lord. We'll get the mercy of it, isn't it? Yes. When you go and put in hundi, what happens? A demon is sitting as the head. He takes and he'll be eating some non-veg. He'll be utilizing for some brocal or something. He'll be doing abominable things. We get that results in six portions. One portion of the result comes to us by giving this charity. So it is very important to whom you are giving, where you are giving, all those things. Clear? Yes. Passion. Expect returns for enjoyment, urging mood. Ignorance. Impure place, improper time, and unworthy person. Tamoguna, for example. A person is boozing. He invites his friend. Are Baba, I will give the charity. I'll sponsor for you. Come. He takes him, he gives it. This is Tamoguna. He is also spoiling and he is making his friend also get spoiled. So in this way, you in Samoguna also charity will give, Rajaguna also will give. In Rajaguna also we give, sometimes as a small pastime. Once a person came to a temple and he said, I want to sponsor fans to the temple. Why, sir? Because there is such a great Bhagavatam classes going on. Everyone is sitting so hot. So let me sponsor for the fan. And the temple trustee also very happy. Yes, yes, sir. So all the fans were fixed. There were some 4 or 5 fans or something in the hall. Everything was fixed. On one summer day, there was a great class of a big person. A big devotee came and there was a class going on. And it was so hot and fan was not on. Everyone was sweating. So one person, a devotee, went on the switch. After a while, once again the fan is off. Why he sees once again he ons. For the third time, once again he sees once again it's off. Then he goes there, one person is standing next to the switch now. He says, off, don't on. Hare Baba, why? He says, I am the sponsor of this fans, Who is it? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. But why you're not allowing to on? If I on the fan, it starts rotating. See, now in summer, they have to sweat and they'll see the fan. So on the blade of that fans, all my family names have been written there. So everybody should recognize that I am sponsored for this, not for pleasing the person there. So I am sponsored, so everybody should know that. So I'm turning it off. This is the nature of person in passion and ignorance. Sometimes they give this two plate. In the two plate, no light will come. Right? In all the two plate, everywhere they'll written their name in the paint. So everything has been covered. Light will not come. In this way, passion only for selfish. So for my recognition, nothing to please others, but a passion charity. Really, it should be in such a way where it can give results to us. So such kind of charity is of no use. But in Shuddha Sattva, it is to the Lord's service. Okay, here you can see. दातव्यम् इति यद्धानं दीयते नोपकारिणे देशे काले च पात्रे च तद्धानं सात्विकं स्मृतं. Charity given out of duty without expectation of return at the proper time and place and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. The best charity is for Krishna consciousness endeavors. Give to a person who is engaging in Lord's service. Something like this preaching activities or something like somewhere you get engaged in the Lord's service. Clear? But you have to see everything and provide so that it becomes Krishna conscious service. Whatever you're giving, it should be. And I say, first thing it is you have to utilize your amount for the Lord's service directly, not a wrong enemy. Purchase, yesterday I was saying this, purchase some Bhagavad Gita's every month. Your salary 10% has to be utilized. Utilize that by purchasing some books and distributing. Go to different temples and distribute. And Mataji's, you're preparing for house. Rather than preparing for 4 members, you prepare for 10 members. Offer to the Lord. Take that prasadam and give to 10 neighbors. What will happen? What is the result you're getting? You're giving Krishna to everyone. And they start chanting and they become purified. They get connected to Krishna. You're going to get the results. 1%. That is out of 6, 1 portion you will be getting. Now think, is it something like an interest you invested? This is like investment, You are giving Krishna conscious to hundreds. What happens? You are sitting in one place. You get to keep on getting the interest. They are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They are one round. In that, what are the results they get? Out of 6, 1 portion will come. You think hundreds are chanting. You will become a greater devotee by sitting just chanting one round. Isn't it? Yes, this is the investment. Giving charity is an investment and in Krishna consciousness especially. Clear? Any service you do to the Lord, It is better. If you're not able to do, then you can give as a charity to a person who does this, or to the society somewhere where it is engaged in the Lord's service. Clear? Okay, now enjoy of everything. Ashraddaya hutam datam tapas tapattam kritam chayat asad iti yuchyate partha nachatat pretyano iha. Please attentively hear this. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance without faith in the Supreme, O son of Pita, is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and the next. It becomes useless even in this life, and no punya also for that. Clear? Let it be sacrifice, let it be charity, penance, anything. It should be connected to the Lord. Otherwise, it becomes asat. You know the story of Nriga Maharaj in the third chapter itself. I said he gave so much of charity. He gives the cows to all the brahmanas, lakhs and crores of cows he had given. But finally, he took the birth of a lizard. Clear? Yes. Doing much charity is of no use, but for what purpose it is used, or how much Lord is getting pleased by my service is more important. Clear? Now you can see this is from Bhagavatam, where Lord Shiva is saying to Parvati Devi about Shuddha Sattva. What is Shuddha Sattva? I'm always engaged in offering obeisances to Lord Vasudeva in pure conscious Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Vasudeva, is revealed without any covering. Once you come to Shuddha Sattva, automatically in day-to-day life, you'll be able to see Lord Krishna with us. In each and every activity, you'll be able to see this. This is Shuddha Sattva, where Lord reveals to you, where you'll be able to see the Lord personally. Clear? Yes. And you can see this is in the 14th chapter. What is Mam Chayo Ave Bicharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate Sagunan Samate Taitan Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Once you take up this Krishna consciousness, at once you'll come to the platform of Brahman. Oh, one who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. All the three modes you will be able to overcome and come to the Shuddha Sattva platform or the Brahman platform. Clear? Yes. Then what is Shuddha Sattva? As soon as one is fully Krishna conscious, it is to be understood that one is in his pure, original, constitutional position. Every living entity. Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. Jivera Swarupa Hoy. The Swarupa of Jiva, the constitutional position. What is the Swarupa or the constitutional position of water? Liquidity. What is the constitutional position of fire? To be always giving the heat and the light. What is the constitutional position of a chili? To be hot. Salt, salty. Sugar, to be sweet. You cannot change that. Even you dissolve it, you do anything, the sugar gives you the sweetness. The same way, the constitutional position of a living entity is to serve the Lord. To serve the Lord. So that means we are coming to our constitutional position. Clear? That is Shuddha Sattva, original position. Clear? It is very clear. Understood that one is in his pure, original constitutional position. Here, yes. Then this state of existence is called Shuddha Sattva, which means that it is transcendental to the material qualities. When you come beyond this material level, then it is called Shuddha Sattva. You are getting connected to the Supreme Lord. It is transcendental and it is divine. Sometimes it is impossible for us to understand in present situation or present level, being in some modes. You always try to understand in the same mode as we are already contaminated. The second chapter only gives this example. Our hand is contaminated. Anything we touch with that hand, everything gets contaminated. So having a contaminated intelligence and knowledge, we try to understand Bhagavad Gita. It's very divine, transcendental. Without the help of Krishna and Guru, you cannot understand. Even that knowledge gets contaminated. We try to understand with our material intelligence. Yeah. Yes, so many things we saw in the 17th chapter, how to make all our life activities in Shuddha Sattva. So, faith is the acronym, faith. Very thing, the first thing is the faith. The Lord develops only by our modes. So, what mode we have? We are in Shuddha Sattva, we'll understand that Krishna is absolute. Bahunam janmanam anti jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samatma sudarlabha. It takes many lifetime, but still we are in the process. We have started it. Still, you don't have complete faith. It's difficult if you don't take Krishna consciousness. Even without faith, you can take, not a problem. That is the starting point. Nobody will have faith. A kid will never go to school. Every day he cries. For example, a diseased person, when child is diseased, your parents take to the hospital, he'll start crying because they'll give the injection, it is painful. But the same child, when he grows up, what he does? He himself goes to the hospital, pays for it, and he takes an injection. It's painful, but he knows very well that is good for me. The same in the beginning, this Krishna consciousness will be bitter to you. It gives bitterness, getting up early morning, chanting, offering. Oh, but you grow up in Krishna consciousness, it gives you the sweetness. Clear? Yes. Austerities, we saw all the life activities, how to engage in Lord's service, that is Shuddha Sattva. Then, especially the charity part, we saw, and enjoyer of everything. Shuddha Sattva, what is it? Anything engaged with the Lord's service transforms to Shuddha Sattva. Clear? And what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow is the 18th chapter, I think the last chapter. But no, rather we'll be seeing about Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada's biography will be there. There will be a short video for you. You can see that video and you'll be able to understand more. And you all will have opportunity to read certain passages. So we'll show some passage. So you have to read that. So it is a PDF. So I request at least 15 to 20 devotees to read this. So please turn on the videos and be ready. So tomorrow you'll be getting opportunity to read it. And tomorrow I think we can do Chandrasekhar Prabhu. Can we do the photo session also tomorrow? It's better. No?
Yes, Prabhu, you can do that.
So tomorrow we'll have a photo session that is at the time of Mangalacharan. We'll say the full Mangalacharan. So you all should turn on the video as I am sitting or Chandrasekhar Prabhu sitting. Just make your camera is correctly set so that you have a proper light and your visibility is proper. In this way you can have. So we'll have a full group photo like. So this is for our memories. We keep every batch. So this devotees had attended this session like. Okay. So tomorrow you can neatly get ready. And this is at the time of Mangalacharan. That is sharp 6 o'clock, you can think. So before that, you get in and just see that camera has been set up. Okay. Yes. Now there is a quiz link. Please do attend it. I need everyone to attend it. Okay. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Eva Kevalam Kalau Nasteva 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 Gatiranyata. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Really lights very clear. Many times I have said this verse, I think. So for spiritual progress in this age of Kali, to make our life perfection, it's only Harinam. There is no other, there is no alternative, there is no alternative, there is no alternative to the holy name. The holy name of the Lord. Yes. Our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, this is Darshan Giridhara and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is ISKCON HPR Lord. Now, any questions? You can raise your arms. Meanwhile, any announcements also is there. Let us see through Prabhu. Okay, Hare Krishna. No announcements, then I'll take the question.
No announcements.
Yes, Ravi Shekhar Prabhu. Prabhu,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can you turn on the video, Prabhu?
I think my video is visible now.
No, it's visible. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I have a question on, what actually decides or control our karma?
Controls, no. Decides it's our activities, Prabhu. And our activities is based on our knowledge. We have a good knowledge. If you have Bhagavad Gita knowledge, our activities will be based on that, and our consciousness and our, what I can say, thinking, feeling, and willing, all the three, the mind activities will be according to the knowledge. I covered this in the 6th chapter, giving the example of the chariot. Isn't it? So the rope which has been controlling the horses, it is the mind. But a person who is holding it, the driver, is intelligence. So intelligence is superior to mind. And as a senses is below the mind. So once you give the knowledge to the intelligence have very simple service, that is bifurcate right or wrong, do, don't do. That is it. And if you are filled with knowledge, you can take your decisions well. So our activities gives the result. Clear?
Okay. So,
Yes.
just like, I would just like to start with one example,
Yes.
hypothetical scenario.
Hmm.
Say, just consider one example. I mean, when a flood happened in, Kedarnath, Uttarakhand, a long time back, some 3, 4 years back, many people died, right? Including a lot of children's.
Hmm.
I mean, thousands of people. So, I'm just, out of curiosity, I just want to know, at the same time, I mean, all those people, they had same kind of karma, they died, a painful death there, right? I mean, though they went for a good cause, but they died a really painful death there. So how can, at the same time, thousands of people can have the same destiny and same karma? Is it something like, um, um, I mean, this is causing a lot of confusion in me, because what I know from my limited knowledge, that if I'm doing something bad, my activities are bad, I'm doing some bad karma, definitely I have to pay back in my another life. Okay, but what actually contradicting my this thought, this belief, that you know uh, many people they went there, and at a time this thing happened. So what could be the reason for that? I mean, they died a painful death there.
It
I
is
mean,
karma only, Prabhu. It is karma only. There are two kinds of karma, like individual karma and cumulative karma.
okay.
So, where everyone gather and do a karma. For example, now forget about tsunami, floods, all those things. Even taking birth in a family, father is a thief. He will engage you in the same activity. You're forced to do that. Why? You're taken birth there. That is cumulative karma. Why do you get that such kind of a father, such kind of a mother, such kind of a wife or child? Why? This is all cumulative karma where it is your family is being binded there and you will take birth in that such kind of a family. And that is your karma. Individual karma, you need such kind of reactions to your actions, so you get take birth there. Okay. Cumulative karma, even if you go, see, nothing is accidental. Nothing is accident in the creation. Accidentally, nothing will happen. We'll see every day so many accidents that this. It's only reason for their death or for their distress. That's it. Nothing can be like accident because
Oh,
everything comes on as a destiny as their karma results only. So I'll say a small story. Once a person he wants to go to a some say, just he want to see the ocean. So he was waiting. So there is a boat which takes in middle of the ocean and it comes back. So he was waiting. He went to take the ticket. He did not get the ticket on the day. He said it is not there. It has been complete. Only so many members will take. So he came back for the second day event, and he was a great, what I can say, cruel person. He was a thief. He was doing all abominable works. So for the second day event, he did not get. Third day event, he did not get. And it went on for 1 week. And the seventh day, he got the ticket. He was so happy that he has got a ticket. Then he went in the, it's only 40 members limitations for that boat. So everyone said they went in the middle of this thing. On that day, there was what do you call this Chandamaruthan, the wind, heavy wind and floods, everything is happening, and the boat is about to sink now. This person thought, definitely, I am a sinner, nothing wrong in it. Let me die. That's why I got the ticket today, so I should die. 7 days I did not get. But what about these people? All the 40 people are dying. They're all good people. But why should they die? Then a voice, invisible voice, spoke to him. You fool, not only you, because 7 days you did not get because it was a gatheration of all same kind of sinful persons in one place so that everyone should sink and die. That is the nature's work. So nature works accordingly. Why should you go there at the time? See, even one person cannot die without his karmic results. You can see the tsunami. Tsunami has so many stories like in the Chennai, this thing, he had gone from Bangalore to die there to his friend's house so that he should die there. It's a friends gathering where they were all playing in the beach. And the person who stayed there in Chennai, he was there playing with them. Just before that tsunami, he got a call from his mother that his mother is not well. Just to take her to the hospital, he said to his friends, "You all be there. I'm in urgency. I had to go." We left that place and he went to take care of his mother. He was saved. The person who was there, he saved. Others, all his friends were gathered there and all they died in that tsunami. Without karmic results, nothing can happen. And see, you're coming to this karma. Many things I want to say. One person's karma can also change everyone. One person's karma can even protect us from dying. If one good soul is there, we get protected. That's a small story for this also. So once there was a bus, 50 members in a bus, they were going. And there was great rain and this thunder, everything was coming. And there was so much of thunder coming in front of the bus. So what happened once it escaped from that thunder? Another time there was a fall of this a tree fell down and little bit it escaped. Many things this driver is saying and finally stopped it once. He said, somebody is in this bus who has come to death. Because of him, we are all supposed to die now. So then the conductor, they had a plan what to do now. Okay, they said, there's a tree outside. They said, each and every person, you go touch the tree and come. When you touch the tree, the lightning will fall on you and you will die. The only one person has to die, no? Because that is the karma we think here. So because of you, not everyone should die. So each and everyone was going there, touching and coming, scared. They were scared that I might die. So they were going, touching, in a fear, they were going and coming. And there's a last person. Driver also is done, conductor is done, last person. Everybody started chastising, you are the person, you are the sinner. Because of you, we are facing so many problems. Now you go and touch, you will be dying. See. So he just went there, he touched the tree. There's a huge lightning. You know where did it fall? On the bus. All the 49 members were dead. It was one person's karma saved everyone. So such kind of person is Srila Prabhupada. One person is protecting the whole world, giving these holy names of the Lord. He is preaching the whole world. Today, it's all were mlechas and yavanas. Now their life is so, they have become sadhus, great sannyasis, maharajas. Just taking the shelter of Srila Prabhupada and chanting and offering something that's devotional activities. Definitely, karma is there, Prabhu. For everything, karma is there. You take, even you say that, oh, they had gone for a good cause. They've gone to the temple, Kedarnath, Badrinath. Why this should happen to them? As I said in the earlier also, even a demon. Ravanasura was sacrificing his heads, 10 heads he had, one head he was giving. He took out his intestine also to compose the music to the Lordship. Demons too, bro. Sorry to say, we are also demons, bro. We have selfish needs. We go and worship the Lord, everything. Actually, we trouble him. We need to fulfill our desires. I want to become a greater demon, so I go to him. Lord has given whatever we need. Everything is provided to us. But because we don't have that knowledge, because we are demons, we go to the Lord and ask for more. I need a bigger house. I need that. There's so many things. Even without my asking, also the Lord will provide me. But I don't have that patience. But actually, when you go to a temple, go to the Lord, it's only for His pleasure. It should be for His pleasure. So many things. Scripture says so many things. When you go to some temple, you have to go with silk and sari only. Why? The best you have to wear, the best you have to get decorated yourself, all the jewelries you have to put and go and stand in front of the Lord. Show your beauty because it is the Lord who has given to you. It is for His pleasure. So there's so many things to learn in our life, not for my sense gratification. Everything is for the Lord's service. In those days, they used to do that, and their parents also used to teach to the children. Today, even parents don't know about that, and they don't read the scriptures, they don't follow, and they don't even let the children to know. So this many like 4 or 5 generations, everything is being getting lost from the what I can say British rule, where we got attracted towards the Western culture. From there, it has our fall down started. Before we were all perfect. It was a perfection. So understanding also was there. So first thing was our education. So many things to say. Gurukula system. Our natural, this thing they used to get it out. That was the job of a guru. He used to make, even if he's a Shudra, they'll make a perfect Shudra. Perfection in his service. Today we are not perfect in anything. Our education has to be changed. Many times, even in the sessions, I request everyone whoever can join our hands. your hands to us, we can join. So we have many plans like doing some education things. So this kind of Bhagavad Gita preaching all over the world, all over the place, at least in our localities. I do more of Kannada, at least in Karnataka, where we all can do this. And see, once you change the atmosphere, automatically everything changes. Okay, sorry, you have some questions or something. All right. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, the questions are answered. What's one more question, is coming to my mind again,
Yes.
uh, Guru Prabhuji. That is, say for example, there's one soul, it's first time it is born. Okay, I'm just giving you example out of my limited knowledge. Okay, so I mean, when the soul is born.
Prabhu, I'll just I'll stop your video.
Okay.
Yeah, because the signal is weak. Now you can ask the question. Yes, you can
Yes.
ask a question.
So, when the soul is born for the first time, okay, and as you said that, okay, whatever the karma we
Mm,
are doing, it is we are, actually in full control of our karma. We are doing the activities, and those activities and deeds, these are leading to our, cumulative karma. Okay. Now, how, the first time when the soul is born, like, why the God has not given soul, good thing that he will do, it will do the good karma. Why, this is like, a lot of silly questions coming to my mind.
Oh, I don't know whether my signal is weak or your signal is weak. I'm not able to hear.
Am I audible, Prabhuji, right now?
One second.
Or
Uh, Prabhuji, Abhishek is audible clearly.
Hare Krishna, can you hear people?
Yes,
Uh,
Prabhu,
Prabhuji.
we can hear you. Yes, as Rajat Pawar. Okay. Yeah, now you can ask Prabhu. Sorry, my signal was weak in the laptop. Can you repeat your question, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhuji, am I audible right now? I think.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, just okay. I'm just giving one small example. I won't take much time. Say,
Mm,
for example, there are a group of scientists, okay, and
mm,
we are creating one robot, okay,
mm,
just simple robot.
mm,
Now again, a robot, it doesn't have a soul, okay.
mm,
So
mm,
what they decided to provide a little bit of artificial intelligence to
mm,
do good thing for humanity, okay, just
mm,
to help the disabled person,
mm,
and to for good cause of humanity. They provided a little bit of artificial intelligence which is nowhere, matched to consciousness of human being.
mm,
Now say for example, for some reason the robots fails, okay, they started doing
mm,
something which is was not it was designed for.
mm,
Now next time the scientist, they would be making more good robots, okay, or more good
mm,
machine, but
mm.
next time it will do the right thing. So
Mm.
why don't just like that, if a God is creating a soul and if it is doing some bad act, then why not create next time a good soul so that he can do something good rather than accumulating karma, you know, and
Yes, Prabhu, I
feeling.
understood. I understood your question. This is called our limitations of understanding. We calculate Lord also in our line now. He is also not perfect. So he should become perfect by doing creations. He should learn from this. No, Prabhu. No. Actually, we are also degrading. In those days, they were intelligent enough. But we are degrading. But we are having this material knowledge and we are thinking that we are progressing. As is, that was my whole 18 days sessions, I think. So in those days, he used to live for 120 years. Means that was, there is perfection. But now you are not able to live that. Everything has been changed, our food style or everything. There was this medicine. They were able to recognize, taking some leaf, they were able to recognize the medicine and they used to give and used to get cured. But now what is happening? You take the old medicines, you get many side effects of it. So we are not progressing, Prabhu, we are degrading. So creating a robot, you think, and you don't think that those days they did not have plane. They had a better plane than what we are creating now. And you can see
Yeah.
our temples, the architecture of a temple. So wonderful. Even today, they cannot do. Having so modern
tools, everything they have, they say, but they cannot do it. So what is our understanding now? You are saying you are comparing the Lord to us now. Oh my God. Lord, Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, who is the creator of the whole innumerable universes. You think his intelligence you are comparing? How could that, Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji, I'm not comparing
No.
that intelligence. Actually, I just had a doubt of that. I
I
mean,
understood. I understood, Prabhu. That is your thing. In the very beginning, you said that is to your limited intelligence, you're asking the question. Nothing wrong in it, Prabhu. For this contract, I'll say one thing. So, same thing, the small kids in the school, they had a talk. So, we also had this kind of talks. Like, so one person said, see, the English person, he came to India and he said that, see, in the very beginning, Lord doesn't know how to create. He kept this bread in this thing for the roasting. It came very much this thing, what I can say. So he said, no, perfection is then. Then an Indian he spoke. See, not perfection like that. Yes, Lord created. Then he made the Indians as the best. The very beginning, he kept the bread. It got roasted. So they all become Africans. And once we took it very early, they all become like Western countries. Exactly, it was roasted. So there is Indians, he said. In that way, it's all kids play, bro. So our knowledge, we based on our intelligence only will try to get it. See, every living entity, please attentively hear. Every living entity who enters this material world enters as Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, the first living entity of this planet, this universe, not even planet, because he had a desire to become the enjoyer. Bhoktara Mignatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Supreme Lord is the only Bhoktara, is the enjoyer. So he had a desire, he was a servant. He had a desire, let me also become the Bhoktara, the enjoyer. So Lord created a universe and gave that universe to this person. From there, he got degraded and he took all the 84 lakh species to lord over the material nature to become the Lord. This is how we are trapped into this. Once you come to the complete knowledge, you understand, my eternal position is the servant of the Lord. Then you give up this false proprietorships. You will come to a platform to understand that real happiness stays in serving the super soul. When you start serving the super soul, Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushte. When you please him, the whole creation becomes satisfied. That is the formula. So once by our knowledge, by the purification of our higher consciousness, coming to the higher consciousness, we'll be able to understand this and we'll be able to come. So never you can think that Lord is having some, and Lord is not creating. Lord is not creating. He is forcibly, our desire makes him to do it. He is so compassionate, He's always with us. He's always with us. It is only our desires is degrading us. As much more we want to be away from the Lord, He is fulfilling our desires. We are becoming more and more. I hope this whole chapters are already given all the knowledge. The lusty coverings, the example of fire in the smoke and mirror, dusty mirror, and the embryo in the womb. The 3 levels of lust had already given that example, and Krishna is saying that. So how the living entity gets entrapped in this material world. And Lord is so compassionate, He always stays with us. So we should have the vision to see that also. Even if you take a form of a hog, He's with us. We want to eat everything, taste everything in this world. So we take the form of a hog. Even the stool has been eaten by it. But Lord is with us. Forget about that. Even a worm within a stool, Lord is with it. So He's so compassionate on the living entities because He's the Supreme Father. He wants to be with us, give the guidance. So always I'm turning my face away from the Lord and want to enjoy. So even then He's providing us. So for example, small thing I'll say, a child wants to cook, small child. Mother will say, no, you'll burn your hand. She's forcefully adamant that I want to cook. Then what she'll do? She'll get a small playing vessels and stove and vessels. You can see the small kids playing. They'll put something, they'll be cooking, all those things. Of course, mother does it. The same way, Lord, we want to become the enjoyers. He gave the whole universe to us so that we shouldn't get more hurted. But what is happening? The more we think to enjoy, the more we are going away from the Lord. That is away from our constitutional position. So our sufferings, see, For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. The same for every activity that we do to the Lord or away to the Lord we want to go, we are becoming more greater demons. Simple formula. You want to be great, that is demonic nature. You want to be good, that is divine nature. A person who wants to be good will take the shelter of the Lord. In this way, forget about that. You said about robots. Why do we need robots? For some service, you say. Those days, joint family is doing it. Joint family, we are so happiness. Today, we don't have anyone for our help. We think that service of robots we need nowadays. We are degrading, and we have wanted the solutions for our degradation. Rather, we are not progressing in our life. We wanted to degrade, and we have to have the solutions. So somewhere it is impossible. You eat the poison, and you want to live a long life. How that can happen? Isn't it? So lack of knowledge makes us to eat this poison, and lack of it's ignorance makes us to think to live long by eating this poison. So it is somewhere controversial. You cannot do that. No? So to be happy, to be this thing, you have to come to the real position. So Lord never he does anything. Karma never Lord takes anybody's karma or he gives karma also. It's all based on our activities. Okay, Prabhu, I think you got it.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I got the answer.
See, sometimes, and one more thing, if you're not able to convince by my answers, you cannot get convinced also. Because it depends on the receiving end also. So when we are not able to get certain intelligence, or when we are completely in ignorance, having complete knowledge of material things, only engage in material things, so then spirituality is something, it becomes superstitious. It becomes illogical, where I cannot, how could I believe this, something which I am not able to see? This is pratyaksha pramana. So it takes time. Only thing, you have to take the shelter of the Lord, you have to chant well, you have to offer to the Lord the prasadam, take the prasadam, our consciousness should get purified, then we'll get convinced in this topics. Otherwise, sometimes it is difficult. But we are taking this Krishna consciousness or Bhagavad Gita, somewhere the process is there is Sukruti, so Krishna is helping you to come into it. Okay.
Right, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Monica Mataji, can ask you a question. Mataji, you have to unmute. Monica Mataji, you have to unmute and ask your question.
Yes, Prabhuji. Actually,
Yes,
I just want to add one line to Ravi Sheikh Prabhuji's question. Can I do that?
Mataji.
Yes, I wanted to say that difference between robot and humans is that God has given humans a free will. Robots are not given free wills. They are fed some kind of software into that. Accordingly, they are working. So we are children of God. We are not slaves of God. So there is difference between robots and humans. So we cannot, think in that line. That is only I wanted to say.
Yes, Mataji, yes. So actually, yes, free will. That is the only thing which we have. By that, we can have our desires. So our desires or the choice can be to elevate or to degrade ourselves. The more we want to satisfy our senses, we degrade. The more we want to satisfy the senses of the Lord, we elevate. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktiru. Yes, try to satisfy the senses of the Lord. Whatever you have, try to satisfy. Let it be not only food, everything, even our property, even our wealth, everything, house, everything belongs to Krishna. You try to satisfy him. Definitely, we automatically get sense. Okay. Yes, Mataji, thank you. Any other questions? No questions, then we'll wind up. Okay, I can raise no questions. Thank you. So I thank all the wonderful devotees for participating in today's sessions and coming up with questions also. And tomorrow, please don't forget that be a little bit ready and decorate yourself well. So don't just wake up and come and sit. So be a little bit neat enough and turn on your videos, and there'll be a photo session exactly at 6 o'clock during the Mangalacharan. And tomorrow we'll chant full mantra. Mangalacharan, just we have made it very short. So we'll be chanting the full Mangalacharan mantra. So we'll have some time. So they'll take the photo of everyone. Okay, I think Chandrasekhar Prabhu this. And there will be option for everyone to read the PDF. So at least 16 to 20 devotees can read. Okay, so be ready for this tomorrow. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you to all. You can say once Hare Krishna and give the meeting for today.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Pushpavati Mataji, Hare Krishna, Satyanarayan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna, Sunil Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Jyoti
Hare Krishna
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
Manjula Mataji, Hare Krishna, Veena Mataji, Hare Krishna, Prince Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prakash Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Monika
Prabhu.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Ayush Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Satya Prakash
Hare Krishna
Mataji, Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna.
Dandavata.
Yes, Muturaj Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Atul Chand Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Okay, fine.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Krishna Prabha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay, Leela Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you all for joining the session. We'll learn about Srila Prabhupada's life tomorrow. Hare Krishna.